and as a former federal prosecutor, understands law enforcement processes and protocols. I'm sure knows his way around affidavits, Title III applications, and probably there was no spy inserted. Let's take him at his word there. The president is flat out wrong. The FBI does not use spies. We use confidential human sources. Those could be an informant, somebody in the inside that's reporting about criminal activity back to law enforcement. It could be a cooperating witness, somebody that comes forward and is willing to testify, or an asset. In this instance, the confidential human source was an asset. I think what's important to recognize here, the president's flat out wrong in what he's saying. He's ginning up the base. He's
and it's
doing
not
what he
just a
does.
word choice here. He said that the spy was put in there for political purposes.
Right. Now, if you distill that down, yes, every cooperating human source has a motive. Is that motive payment? Is it John Q or Jane Q citizen that just wants to do the right thing? Is it somebody motivated by revenge or political and partisan views?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's got to be distilled. That's what's got to be gotten to the bottom of. I think it's going to be difficult. The president has broad classification and declassification powers, but whether or not he can do that without putting sources, methods, and techniques in peril, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, considering the whoever thinks the identity of the sources is long been out there by a lot of folks, I don't even know what it matters at this point. But Julie, to be clear, Trey Gowdy is not someone trying to take down Donald Trump. I mean, what does it say that Trey Gowdy is the one that's out there today?
Well, Trey Gowdy is a Republican. He happens to be retiring, but he is, the Republican who ran the Benghazi inquiry into Hillary Clinton when she was Secretary of State. This is not anybody that I think anyone could credibly accuse of being, siding with Democrats or trying to take down a Republican president. He is, as James said, somebody who has seen his fair share of law enforcement operations and knows what he's looking at, knows what he's hearing about when he gets briefed on matters like this. So, I guess it's possible that the president feels that Gowdy has somehow gone after him personally, but the fact is he was at this briefing. Mm-hmm. Other members of Congress were at this briefing. They got this information, and he's made a pretty definitive statement that there just wasn't the basis for the claim that the president made. So it's hard to see this as a partisan issue at this point from him.
And John, Rudy Giuliani was asked today about President Trump's claim that Robert Mueller would be meddling in the midterm elections. Of course, that was another tweet. Here's how Rudy Giuliani responded to it.
How is Robert Mueller meddling in the midterms? What was the president thinking? The president said he's going to meddle in the midterms.
Well, if he doesn't file his report by September 1st, mid-September, he's clearly doing a combing.
Clearly doing a combing. We've now coined a new phrase. John, it sounds like they're at the very least trying to force Mueller to wrap this thing up by September. What are they going to be successful?
Well, this seems to be the next conspiracy they're cooking up, is that Mueller is going to interfere with midterms elections in 2018. And that is not what he's doing at all. In fact, it's contrary to the Department of Justice policy. At some point, they're going to stand down, won't even think of taking actions. I doubt now that there'll be any really definitive action before the midterms. So it's going to be hard to build this theory up.
James, I've just been thinking, since there's a lot of talk about apologies today with regard to what Donald Trump says he's owed an apology or never got an apology when it comes to bad things said about him. Does someone owe the FBI an apology for all of this?
I think first of all, nobody in the FBI is going to be looking for an apology. They're going to do their job. They're going to expect that there's going to be attacks. Some of those attacks are legitimate. Some of them are it's just part of the noise. The 35,000 men and women of the FBI are going to go to work every day. They're going to buckle up their pants, cinch them up, and go to work. And this is not going to affect them in any way. I think that we all need to take a step back and wait and see what comes out of these investigations and wait to see what happens after that. And I trust that Robert Mueller's going to get to the bottom of this on his end. I trust that the IG report that is probably going to be released, if not at the end of this week or early next week, is going to get to the end of some of those other things and hopefully restore the FBI's place in the American public, their mindset, so that they don't fear that the FBI is not doing their job. That's just simply untrue.
James, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks all. I really appreciate it. Out front for us next, we have breaking news. Rudy Giuliani speaking out tonight about the future of President Trump's embattled Attorney General. What he's telling CNN now. Plus, President Trump responds to Roseanne Barr's racist tweet. But why is he the one now asking for an apology? And a Russian journalist and Putin critic said to have been murdered. Even his wife believed he was dead. Just walked into a press conference alive and well today. why he faked his own death.
Aaron Burnett out front. Brought to you by Lilly Diabetes.
I can do more to lower my A1C.
Because my body can still make its own insulin.
And I take Trulicity once a week to activate my body to release it, like it's supposed to. Trulicity is not insulin. It comes in a once weekly, truly easy to use pen, and it works 24/7. Trulicity is an injection to improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. Don't use it as the first medicine to treat diabetes, or if you have type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, you're allergic to Trulicity, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases your low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and decreased appetite. These can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. To help lower my A1C, I choose Trulicity to activate my routine. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
It's time to celebrate the guy who taught you everything. Stock up on Father's Day gifts at Men's Warehouse. Suit packages, including a suit, shirt, and tie, are just $2.99. Plus, it's buy one, get one free on select items. Dad's gonna like the way he looks.
I feel a great deal of urgency.
I think keep going and make a difference.
At some point, we're gonna be able to beat ALS.
Because life is amazing.
So I am hoping for a cure. I want this to be a reality. Yeah.
The Bachelor. It's intended to keep it. When he met the love of his life, who came with a $3 too much bonus. For his new stepdad, he's promising to care for his daughter as if she's his own. Everybody was looking for those who love. Isn't that too much reality? We can help with financial gain. Or, we'll find an advisor